Hey, I know that what's going on right now is scary. I know it's easy to start feeling hopeless, to feel like things won't change for the better. Yeah, I know the feeling. But you know what? That's bullshit. We have fought as a community. We have celebrated as a community. Whatever happens, we're going to get through it as a community. I will say this as many times as it's needed. You are not alone. I get that it's scary. I'm scared too, but whatever happens, whatever bullshit gets thrown our way, we're not going anywhere. We won't be erased. Don't give up. Don't stop fighting. And help take care of each other. Find the spaces and the people that make you feel comfortable. And do what you can to make others feel comfortable and welcome too. More than ever, coming together as a community is so important. Stay safe and stay strong. Now, let's look at some silly memes. Hello, ma'am. May I see some ID? Age 19, height 5'10", sex M. Who is this? Your brother? I mean, I see the resemblance, but this is clearly not you. Try again at a different store. No, it's me. I just went through a few changes. Maybe look again? Sorry, sir. I mean, ma'am. Oh, I'm so sorry. Have a nice day. Yeah, it's almost like getting your gender marker changed in your ID. It's just better for everybody involved. You know? When you're the only trans girl that doesn't like pickles. She says she wanted pickles. I didn't. Extra pickles. No. See, Lilith, isn't it nice to have an assertive gal like me around? But I don't like pickles. And then there's me who, well, I liked pickles before. I still like pickles. It didn't really change. I don't think I really get any cravings. I don't know. Well, here's your problem, girl. It's set to M for male, when it should have been set to W for woman. It's easy mistake to make. The problem for trans masks is that their birth certificate is set to F for female when it should have been set to upside down F for Waffluigi. Using a pride flag in public. Yeah. I know that's like less common in some places and more common in other places. Around like GTA area, I've noticed that having a little pride flag sticker in a like store window is become very common. Like I see that everywhere and it's really nice. The Bloodborne experience. Oh my god, cool gothic horror. Thanks, Miyazaki. Wait, am I a girl?
No, I am a genderless god. I will swallow the cosmos.
Oh shit, I am a girl. That's not entirely inaccurate. Why is that accurate? Transition timeline. Before, dang, I look like a guy. And now, dang, I look like crap. Yeah, it's true. Now when I wake up in the morning, I look like crap, but I feel great. I also feel like crap, but I also feel great on top of it. See how it's better? With a 100% cis desire to be treated like this. Good girl. My good girl. I mean, I'm sure cis people also like this, or like there are cis people who are also into the puppy girl or puppy boy, although it has become a very big thing in trans communities, hasn't it? As a trans femme, I can relate to male chickens waking up and just screaming. Yeah, I guess. It's like that cat meme. Like, why is the cat screaming? Why is the chicken screaming? Why wouldn't the chicken scream? If you were smart, you'd be doing the same thing. Oh, you're gonna hit me with another Neo meme? Come on. I wanna hold a sign. I need a sign to hold. We all know about DIY HRT, but what about DIY SRS? Huh? No, don't do that. No. No, don't do that. That's, no, you don't want to do that. Leave surgery for doctors and surgeons, please. Like, I know that Neo is very convincing. Believe me, I know, but don't just do that. Why are there so many Neo memes? Excuse me? What's happening? I mean, I'm not complaining, really. I want to clear up my last post about DIY SRS. I have not considered it, and I obviously know it's not a good idea. And with me seeing several comments advising against DIY SRS, I thought I'd make another post clearing the air on this. Yes, good. Thank you. I mean, like, I figured the other one's a joke. I mean, this title was, careful what you wish for. But still worth saying, I think. So good on you. Also, you have way too many of these Neo meme formats, and can I have them? Can you share? I love these. I love these so much. My mom refused to let me have short hair for a while. In 2016, she did, for some reason, agree to give me a side cut. Side cuts are cool, but growing that is so annoying, so have fun with that. Okay. Never intended to grow it out. Me in 2017 when I got everything cut the same length. My plan finally worked. Now, your art style is really nice. Honestly, I think something similar happened to me with growing out my hair. Because I don't know, I think maybe grade 6, grade 7-ish, I was offered to let my hair grow out and have like a kind of rocker hairstyle. I think my dad was just trying to help me think about, making choices for my own appearance and stuff like that, for, the way I dress and the way I hold myself. And, haircuts was something that I wasn't really doing much at that time because, well, I didn't care. I didn't think I cared. So I was offered to have like a kind of rock style haircut and grow my hair out long. And I don't know if he ever thought that I would just keep it and never cut it again. But that's basically what happened. I think there was one time I got a haircut maybe a year or two after I'd grown it out long and liked it long that was a bit too short. I don't know if it's like I miscommunicated or if maybe my dad had said something about, like try to get this cut length or get it shorter. But I cried. I cried a lot. And I was very upset. And I never, ever got it cut again like that. I can't wait for my voice to start changing with tea. You mean with voice training, right? You mean with voice training, right? Yeah, it'd be nice if it changed our voices too. It's funny that I've talked to a non-insignificant number of people who have thought that, yeah, it does change your voice. When no, for trans femmes, it doesn't. Once testosterone develops your vocal folds, that's it. But that doesn't mean you can't learn to expand your voice and expand your range. Like voice training allows you to reach a pretty wide range. It just requires a lot of intentional work. But it's work you can do. Stop resisting. The femboy to trans pipeline is inescapable. Not all femboys are trans. Gender identity and gender expression are two different dimensions. Come on. I mean, I guess we also do have trans mask femboys who are trans, but I feel like that's the opposite direction of a pipeline. And it doesn't seem to be what this post is talking about. Not every femboy is trans. Femboys can exist as male-identifying, female-expressing individuals. While my mom is cutting my hair, how ironic. And that's why everyone should have something to spend their money on so that they don't die without using their savings. Do you have anything like that? Don't say video games. Yeah, I do. Wait, you have something? Hey, you manifested the situation. You better seize this opportunity. We're screwed. Oh my God. Cross-dressing? Didn't expect that. Does this mean you're trans? I'm not 100% sure yet, but I do want to wear like skirts and dresses. Oh, you should have told me sooner. I had so many skirts and dresses, but I got rid of them because I don't want to wear them anymore. Oh, I only thought about this recently. Here, try my wedding dress. Why else do I keep this thing around? Oh. Actually, it's gonna make me tear up. That's so sweet. That is so sweet. What's in the background here? Is that an egg getting destroyed? Oh my God, that's an egg getting destroyed. Oh, this is fantastic. It's so nice when you take those moments to be vulnerable and share something that's, really scary, and the other person just responds to it in kind and is it's nice. I'm glad this happens. I'm glad this happens to people. I'm talking to the customer and I make a joke. She takes offense to it and calls me a punk and then corrects herself and calls me a bitch. I get gender euphoria from the interaction, huh? Sometimes you just gotta be the bitch in a situation. Nothing wrong with it. Be proud of it. Be a proud bitch. So you have the desire to be in a lesbian relationship. Actually, yeah, I've been having these thoughts for a while now. Okay, you need 2 ingredients in order to be a lesbian. 1, you need to be attracted to women, and 2, you need to be a woman yourself. Which one is missing? I have no idea. Oh my God, you're such a dumb egg. It was a pretty confusing thing to figure out, or one really that I didn't figure out for a long time. Just being envious of lesbian relationships. looking at other lesbian relationships and feeling like, oh man, I wish I could have that. I wish I could be in that, and just not really sure what to do with that. Because in order to figure that out, I would need to accept that I was trans, and that wasn't going to happen for another decade. Non-binary and trans mask appreciation post. We outnumber trans femme members, but y'all outnumber us loads. So could we take a minute and celebrate everyone else today, please? Girls, welcome to comments. Celebrate your favorite trans dude or envy. This kind of thing is nice to see and is important because, yeah, there's a huge overrepresentation of trans femmes on the internet and in spaces like this, or in spaces like r/trans at least, and other subreddits of the kind. And like, it's not bad that trans femmes are being visible. That's fantastic, but we got to make space for other people too. You know, like, it's important, and oftentimes that requires making explicit space for other people. I try to include like at least a small range of things that can, you know, fit into different subcategories of trans, right, under the umbrella. That's not just all trans femme. Like, there's a lot of shared experiences, sure, but it's important to make space. I do know a number of trans streamers on Twitch who aren't just trans femme, if anybody wants recommendations. Like, yeah, there's a lot of representation of trans femme on Twitch, like other spaces online, but, you know, there are a lot of NBs too, and a lot of trans past people. One non-binary streamer is The Last Seahorse. Variety streamer, DJ, musician. They are fantastic and hilarious. And the person who I commissioned to help edit today's video, Sheep Are a Myth. At least, as long as I actually follow through with that and ask for their help for this. Early outside. You're very pretty, ma'am. Aw, thank you. At work. And that cool gentleman over there. Gentleman that are home. Feels very validated. Aw. Yeah, you love to see it. Would you press the button? You become a cute girl, but it'll be insanely hard to focus on any tasks or work that need to be done. I feel like I got this for free without even getting a choice. You know. Yeah, joke's on you. I already have ADHD. Ha ha ha. It's worth pointing out that things did get harder in different ways after I came out. Like, mainly things that were making me miserable or, you know, like slowly sucking the life and soul out of me. Things that just didn't bring me joy. It got a lot harder to push through and keep doing those things. I think that was more of just like after coming out and finding my true self and finding my drive to be my true self. But for me, I think it was a lot more of just, well, after I came out and started living for myself and finding all the things in my life that actually brought me joy when I didn't really have much of that before, it got a lot harder to keep doing those things that really made me miserable or just didn't bring me joy. Before getting estrogen from eating plant burgers. Oh, come on. You know you can be at my desk. What? What about that one? Well, houseplants get a pass. A few months after eating plant-based burgers. You took it to heart, huh? Plant-based foods and vegan foods do not do this to you. They don't have estrogen in them. If they did, I would have been in a much better place because I was vegan a few years before I started HRT. I did think about that though, because, well, people were yelling about that all the time, right? Oh, you drinking a soy milk? You're having a soy latte that's gonna lower your testosterone count, has estrogen, you're gonna get feminized. And it's like, no, that's not actually real. I remember getting a text message from a family member at some point, just kind of lightly warning me about not to drink too much estrogen. Sorry. Trying to warn me about, not to drink too much soy milk because, it's going to have estrogen in it. It's going to feminize me. And I'm like, I know it doesn't really work that way, but I'm going to believe it does just for this one moment, just for the sip, because that makes my morning nice. Why is the US still pretending we know gender affirming care works? Because it does. It works incredibly well. From all evidence we've seen, and any attempts to try to go against that and show the opposite, try to show that gender affirming care doesn't work, have fallen on their face because that's not the reality. Look at any transition timeline, photo side by side on Reddit, just anywhere, and you'll always see the same thing. Just a genuine smile and just somebody who's now living their true self and really enjoying and appreciating and loving who they are. I mean, you know the reason that they do these kind of opinion pieces and that you see these kind of things everywhere that, you know, isn't backed by any science or any research. It's just like either opinions or it's taking very specific research that's extremely cherry-picked or just bad science in general. Like just bad, not means nothing and is going to be retracted kind of science because there isn't any research or any evidence to support what they want to believe and what they want to get out there. I don't have to tell you that gender affirming care does work. It works really well. It works fantastically well. It has an incredibly high success rate. You know, on the one hand, I don't like to cover things like this super frequently because, yeah, part of what this does is make us feel very alienated and, you know, isolated, and makes us feel like a lot of the world hates us. But I think it's also important to call this kind of bullshit out when you see it, and let other people know that, like, yeah, no, this isn't cool. This is dumb and stupid and just cruel. This is cruelty. If I had a nickel for every time I was correctly gendered while in girl mode, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's nice that it happened twice. I can't do a Doofenshmirtz impression. I cannot. Oh, if I had a nickel for every time no, I can't. It's not happening. I've only been on E for like a year. The change can't be that drastic, right? Oh, damn. Everybody's maladraries. But yeah, no, a lot can happen in a year. A lot can happen just in a couple months, but definitely after my first year, I felt and saw a lot of changes. Then now, like almost 3 years in, I'm still seeing changes, and I'm still, I don't know, just liking how my body is and appreciating being as myself. Yeah, HRT's cool. Oh, ew, I stepped in shit. Binary trans people invalidating non-binary people. Yeah, don't invalidate non-binary people. MBs are cool. MBs are fantastic. They're great. Don't be shitty to each other. Don't be gatekeeping. Ugh. And why are some of them like this? Because being trans doesn't mean people can't still be assholes and gatekeep things like this. Trans meds, while they're not as prominent now, that kind of like ideology and push and gatekeeping was very prominent not that long ago. And if you don't know what trans med means, it's basically trans medicalist. Oh, you're not trans unless you've got HRT in this many months, unless you feel this much dysphoria measured by this scale or whatever, and until you have SRS. And if you don't have any of those things, or if you're experiencing euphoria anyway, if you're not being trans the right way, then you're not trans. There's this kind of behavioral dynamic that I've seen crop up and really cycle up time and time again. And not just for trans people, but for really a lot of different marginalized groups, but especially now for trans people, I'm seeing it happen more and more again. But effectively, there are people who end up having some misguided belief or idea that for them to get respect or resources or whatever from positions of higher power, from other parts of society, that they need to be palatable, that they need to be the right kind of trans. They need to be the one of the good ones. And all those other bad trans, those other bad examples of what we are, oh no, that we gotta like keep them away and put a box around what we are, so that when they come for us, when the reckoning happens, we are the same, we're saved, we get chosen, and then they all get, you know, cast aside because they weren't palatable enough. It's just absolutely disgusting behavior. Other people existing don't impact you. Other people can exist in the same way you can exist. People are different. Differences are good, and differences are okay. The people who don't want to see trans people around and the people who are being shitty and transphobic are not going to choose you for being a better version of the thing that they're trying to fight against. That's not how that works. What's the meme? The leopards eat my faces meme? Like, I never thought leopards would eat my face, sobs woman who voted for the leopards eating people's faces party. Yep. That's just don't. 2 types. Oh, I knew it since I was 6. Yeah, I played with Barbies as a kid. It was always what I wanted to be. I had a childhood. I think a lot of us probably didn't. Or at least didn't have a childhood that, you know, like they can look back at fondly, because you're not really living your true self and you are suppressing yourself. Even the happy moments get kind of tinged with a bit of sadness and longing for well, just longing to have that childhood where you could have gone through that and just been there, you know, been present as yourself. Can you tell I relate to the second category? Yeah. For so long, I pushed it down. Told myself I was wrong. Sinful. I lashed out. Are you a boy or girl? A lot. What do you think? Dealt with a lot of internalized bullshit. In very, very stupid ways. I ran so deep that when I got my first short haircut, I didn't realize what I was feeling was pure, unadulterated euphoria. I certainly didn't know that was a name for, well, the feeling I got when I'd cosplay male characters. Or when I could open something my mom couldn't. Got it, Mom. Aw, thanks, honey. Or that dysphoria was the word for that weird, icky feeling I got whenever my legal name was called. Hey, come here. Or when I'd wear tops like this. This covers nothing. Oh, you look beautiful, sweetie. But I always knew one thing. I was different. And now I know that's okay. I think a lot of people can probably relate to this. Yeah, when you're constantly pushing your feelings and thoughts and experiences and just your sense of self down like this, somewhere deep down where you can never find them and never experience them for yourself and even just process them. Yeah, it's not fun. And it definitely makes the journey of clawing yourself back out of there a kind of difficult one. That's why it's so important, more important than ever, that we all help each other and help others just starting out and figuring things out, that it is okay to be you. I know the world is scary, and I know that there's a lot of people that try to make you feel like you're not okay to be you, but no, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with exploring who you are and like that journey of figuring yourself out. There's nothing wrong with being different than other people, because you're not other people. You're you, whoever that is. Never lose sight of that. Hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing okay. I started recording this and working on this, well, let's just say before November. Yeah, it's, God. I did ask for help for this video though, so yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, dear editor. Thought a lot about how is it gonna keep doing things in his YouTube channel? You know, like, what do I address? What do I cover? And just how can I keep recording stuff and pretend to be okay? And the answer is, I'm not gonna pretend to be okay. I guess it's not okay. This sucks. Honestly, I think it's probably more important than ever to just keep doing these kind of videos, just to share my own and others' experiences, thoughts and feelings, our joy, our sadness, the good and bad. That's really what this is at the end of the day. You know, like these videos, this channel, any of my spaces, there's space for you to hopefully feel welcomed and comfortable to share and be yourself. Thank you, by the way, like immensely for all the people who've been supporting our Patreon. For anybody who's on the Patreon, you probably have seen the new model that I've been working on, which, yeah, this is going to be the last video with this model. In fact, if you stick around till the end, you might even get a sneak peek of the model, or just come by our streams. Like, I'm already streaming with it. I really like it. Anyways, there's still more videos, so yeah, let's get back to it. Transition timeline, gross mornings. Before, and now. Dang, I look like crap. I don't know, that first photo isn't too bad. You look very up in that photo, like you're ready to go for a party. This is a reference to this video. Just FYI. Handsome man, sir. You're so tall, dude, he, him. Oh, height being linked to masculinity is such a damaging thing, honestly. Especially because height is not something that anybody has control over. Like, there's a lot of male-presenting people who are short. That they just don't have a choice. Because, yeah, none of us have a choice of how tall we are. So the idea of, like, you're too short, meaning that you're not masculine enough, or that you're lesser than other men, that's such bullshit. It's especially bullshit when you realize that a lot of models are tall. Like tallness is simultaneously a part of femininity that is like sought after and revered as being very pretty and beautiful. I understand that idea doesn't just evaporate the dysphoria because, yeah, like I said, it's like kind of ingrained in our society that tallness is linked to masculinity. And a lot of us have had many experiences that kind of intrinsically tie it in a way, and that takes a lot of dismantling. So, you know, in saying that like tall women exist and tall women are also pretty, you shouldn't feel shame as well for feeling the way you do, for disliking and having dysphoria about your height. But also try not to let that hold power over you, you know? Because like I said, we don't choose our height. Nobody does. Hi, yeah, I'm trans. Oh, that's awesome, because I think you should be who you want to be in life. Oh yeah, well, you know, thank you for being an ally. But if you make me have this discussion again, I will fucking explode. Yeah, you know, it's nice that people want to be allies and support, you know, the queer and trans people in their life. And like, that's fantastic. Don't stop doing that. But we also just want to live our lives. I don't think anybody really wants to be like an exhibition for others. You know, it's nice to go some days just living as we are and not having our existence and our identities and like everything we are questioned and put to the test in different ways, and have other people, you know, give some judgment about like how valid or invalid we are. Like just let me go grocery shopping, please. Let me just live my life. Are you winning, son?
We want to avoid changing our pitch.
No, this shit is too hard. Voice training continuing to be exceedingly difficult. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I've never really gotten the hang of voice training or like gotten any progress, I don't think. A lot of people say they like my voice, and that's fantastic, and I'm really glad and grateful. And I really wish I had more control over it. I really, really do. Because like I didn't manage to do voice training properly. I just kind of pushed my voice up into a register that I felt comfortable in over a couple years. Like I've watched a lot of videos. I watched a lot of Yukko videos and FairyPrincessLucy and, you know, like a bunch of other people on YouTube, you know, showing examples, talking about like the biomechanics of what's happening. I understand the training that needs to happen. I understand like what I need to do, what I need to improve, and that I need to be consistent in actually trying. And it doesn't feel like I'm ever able to like intentionally try, I guess, or intentionally practice, or at least to get anywhere with that. What that ends up meaning is that I don't have a lot of control over my voice and like the tone of my voice and how it turns out day by day. If I have a day that I don't like how I sound or how my voice is coming out, I can't really control that much, and I just kind of have to suffer. Yeah. I would like my gender affirmed, please, without being treated like a dog. Yeah, not everybody's into it. This might come off as silly coming from me, like literal Wolfgirl, but yeah, no, I understand this, and I do my best to respect this for other people. But still, I see a lot of people don't, and just like treat, well, you know, do the thing where they treat everybody as a monolith, especially among total strangers. That's usually the part that like makes me uncomfortable and that I don't like to participate in. And yeah, you know, this was posted under gender non-specific, but this becomes a really big problem when you're treating, you know, anybody who's not explicitly trans femme, because a lot of that kind of puppy speak is puppy girl coded speak, or at least like that's the main association that's being made. That's the kind of main like center of it. Which means when you do that to people who aren't trans femme and don't, you know, identify as being femme, it feels really bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. Me at work, Mr. He, dude. Hello, this is the PCR lab of the microbiology. Hello, miss. I have a question. Come on. Phones don't do good things for our voices. Phones don't do good things for anybody's voice. But a lot of the more subtle things that we do to change our voice, you know, as we're like pushing things in different ways or trying to just achieve whatever voice that feels more natural to us. Yeah, the compression in phone lines kind of just completely washes that out. So, yeah. Trans femme answering the important question. Is having a penis fun? It has its ups and downs. It's a pain in the ass. Sometimes it's a little hard. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, come on, guys. Well, I don't know. What do you want me to say? Never really got the appeal. Never really did anything for me. Just, it's a thing. It's a thing I've got to live with until I can get some sort of bottom surgery, maybe. Maybe. Still think about it. Whoa, that's really high. Do you also get this weird itch in your balls when you look down at great heights? Right. Yeah, it's okay. That's really cute. I don't get the ball thing. I don't think I've ever thought of that or ever had that. Huh. But that's really cute. Do I pass? No, I don't. My voice deep. My changes slow. By the stares I get, it's obvious even on my best days. But that's not the point. I never wanted to pass as a cis woman. I always wanted to pass as a trans woman. I'm proud of who I am in my journey. I am proud to fly my flag. I think descending here is something that took me a long time to realize and internalize, honestly. But when I did, it made everything just a lot lighter for me, and it made it a lot easier to just be myself. Growing up, I absolutely always thought that transitioning meant you need to pass as a cis woman, that you need to be changed so completely and so unidentifiably that there's nothing left for you. And the idea of being trans and transitioning and still being like any amount still recognizable as being trans at all, it just was very foreign to me because you didn't see that anywhere. And the times that you did was used to ridicule trans people, right? The times that you would see trans people in media and it'd be like, oh, this is a normal thing. The very few times, mind you, it'd be a cis woman playing the trans woman, which is not cool. Not cool. The thought of trans being something to be proud of just didn't really occur to me, but internalizing that honestly helped set me free. Me casually minding my own business. Random people in the street stare at me for uncomfortable periods of time. Here's the thing though, and this is especially true, I think, if you're trans femme and like, explicitly trying to present femme to other people in public, right? People look at girls. They do. Like, you're gonna get stared at more often, and it's not necessarily gonna be because people can tell you're trans. They might just think you're pretty. I absolutely understand the brainworms though of like, is this person staring at me and like giving me more attention because they think I'm pretty or because they can tell because they're like clocking me right now? And I wish I could tell you that goes away, but it hasn't gone away from me yet. So I just try to remind myself of, well, this, right? That there'll be people who stare at you and who give you more attention, and it won't have anything to do with you being trans. It's might just be you're attractive and you're pretty, Whether you want that kind of attention at all is a whole other thing, but that's the fun part. We don't get a choice sometimes, or a lot of times when you're in public. People will just kind of stare. And yeah. Let's go transitioning. Ah, dang it. Second guessing. Ah, dang it. Conservative neighbors. Ah, dang it. Fear of being perceived. Ah, dang it. Fear of genocide. Ah, dang it. HRT requires blood test. Ah, dang it. Not entirely sure femininity is giving me euphoria. Never again. No, not. Never again. Not never again. Like, yeah, you got to take things at your own pace, but it's important to find out who you are and let yourself breathe and be who you are. I understand if you don't have a space to feel comfortable yet or just be free to be who you are. And I can't promise you when you'll find that space, but I have to believe, and I do believe that everybody will be able to get that at some point. Depending on your situation, it might not be able to happen right away, but like that's why you gotta start taking those steps to make your space more safe and comfortable for yourself in whatever ways you can. And as you do, you make the space feel more safe and comfortable for others as well, so that they can also have an easier time. At this point, do I look like a masculine woman, a feminine man, androgynous, neutral? I don't know. But I'm changing. Yeah. There will be transition periods for sure when you're not really sure about this. It's gonna be hard to pin down like how people are perceiving you because, well, just this, you're changing. You're changing in ways that you haven't experienced before. And I think that change is a really, really beautiful thing, You might not even realize the ways that HRT and transitioning have changed you. Like, a lot of times the changes are very subtle and they're not ones you even really notice that much because it just seems like, yeah, that's like not a big deal. It's nothing. And then a couple months will pass, like you'll reach a year into HRT, and then you'll look at photos of your, yourself beforehand and yourself now. And yeah, I think once you can look back, you'll probably find that there's been a lot of changes in your face shape that you didn't maybe think was possible. It's really cool. So that's it, huh? What do we do now? We keep going. That's all we can do. It's the same thing we did before. We fight to make space for ourselves, for other people. We try to make the world a better place. We help make others feel loved, feel seen, feel like there's a place for them. We stand up for each other, and we help pick each other up when things get really hard. Hiya. Well, here's your sneak preview of the new model. It's been a long time to get here, but I'm really looking forward to making some YouTube videos with this model. Yeah. So first, huge thanks for Sheeper Myth for editing so much of this video together. Seriously, thank you so much. Sheep streams on Twitch and is a very cool person and a lovely person to hang around. So, go support them. And an extra big thank you for our Patreons. There will continue to be updates and stuff as I kind of do things and make things, whatever they be, whether they're new modeling stuff or whether it's VNAN plugin or just creation things, maybe some art. I don't know. And to people who are YouTube members. Hi. And you know what? While I'm here, thank you everybody who supported us on Twitch and who has been continuing to support us on Twitch throughout our entire journey. But just everybody. You all help us keep going, and we wouldn't be here without this kind of support and without the love and appreciation that other people have shown for us. Yeah. Thank you. I also just want to say that, I know things are really uncertain and scary right now, and that things are going to be hard for all of us. But as it was important before, it is still just as important, if not more important, for us to all be there to support each other and lift each other up however we can. I think especially organizations like Trans Lifeline, just, charities that are helping people, providing support. These are going to be really important to support ourselves and to keep going. We're going to try to do charity stuff more this coming year. Definitely. We're actually going to be a part of a Trans Lifeline charity event in December. So, look up for that soon. Oh, and by the way, if you want some more video content with us in it, we were a part of some collab videos recently. We were in a video with Naninagi on her channel a month ago, and we were also just on a video with Cafe Foxtail. Anyways, that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye.